In this video, I will be going over your unit session 3 quiz. All right, let's get into it. So here we have a spinner and we want to know what is the probability of the following spinner landing on a 4. Okay, well, if I look at this spinner, first thing I want to determine is how many sections does it have? And if I look, I see a total of 8, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total sections of my spinner. And out of those 8, only this one has a 4. So I would have a 1 out of 8 chance of this spinner landing on a 4. Our next question says, what is the probability of rolling a dice and it landing on an odd number? So this one here, make sure you're thinking about it. I could roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6, right? I have 6 total options. Out of those 6, I'm looking for odd numbers, and that would be a 1, 3, or 5. I have 3 different odd numbers I could roll. So that means I would have a 3 out of 6 chance or a 1/2, right? I could simplify 3 over 6 to 1/2. So that means I'd have a 1/2 chance of rolling an odd number. Laura flips a coin 40 times. How many of those times should she expect it to land on tails? Okay, well, when I'm when I'm flipping a coin, right, I can either land on heads or tails. Both have a 50-50 chance of happening because there's only 2 sides to a coin. If she's flipping it a total of 40 times, I would expect half of those it to land on tails because, again, it's a 50-50 chance. So I'm going to take that 40, cut it in half, and say that's about how many times I expect Laura to flip tails. So taking 40, dividing it by 2, I get 20. So I would expect her to land on tails about 20 times. Our next question says that Martha here is spinning this following spinner, and she spins it a total of 64 times. Out of those 64 times, how many of them can she expect it to land on a 2? Okay. Well, for this one, the first thing I want to do is figure out what is the probability of it landing on a 2, right? I only see 1, 2 out of all of these 8 sections, right? This entire spinner has 8 different sections. She's going to spin it 64 times. So if I were to take 8, I need to multiply it by some number to get to 64, right? 8 times 8 gives me 64. So let's do the same to the top. 1 times 8 is 8, which means she can, Martha here should expect to land on the number 2 a total of 8 times if she spins this spinner 64 times. Okay, so first we started out with the probability of landing on a 2 just in general, which is 1 out of those 8. And then we set up this proportion, right, with the 2 fractions on our equal sign. And I was like, well, if I do 8 times 8, that gives me this 64. So I need to multiply the top or my numerator also by 8. So 1 times this 8, which is how we got this 8 here. Our next question says that Tim rolls a dice a total of 54 times. How many of those times should he expect it to land on a 4? All right. Well, rolling a dice, I could roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. One of those options is a 4 out of the 6. And he's going to roll his dice 54 times. So I need to multiply 6 times some number to give me 54, okay? And think about 6 times 10 is 60, which is a little bit above 54. So if I were to do 6 times 9, that gives me 54. So let's do the same thing up top. 1 times 9 is 9, which means that Tim here could expect to land on this 4 9 times if he rolls his dice a total of 54 times. Tim is very dedicated to his probability experiments. All right, and that's it. Short, simple, sweet. So your quiz code for this code is MAPLE. It is all lowercase, just like how you see it here, MAPLE. Remember that you have 3 attempts on the quiz, and I cannot add a 4th. So if you have questions on your second attempt, make sure that you reach out to me to ask me for help or for clarification before you submit your 3rd attempt. All right, that's all I got. So have a great rest of your day.